DPJ leaders deny urging a cover-up. Okay. Well, Nimitz said a meltdown at Fukushima plant was unlikely. That was 5 years ago. They only posted it a year later, so it's 4 years ago. It shows there at Bloomberg. Lake Barrett said there was not going to be no event. Horst Lacey said he doesn't see an event. But the headlines come out the last couple of days. What's behind Tepco's ban on a term core meltdown after Fukushima? And you got utility head blamed for late mention of Fukushima meltdown. This is all hitting the media in the last couple of days. Tepco's nuclear commercial draws disgust from the evacuees. Apparently they've been just burning huge amounts of money on commercials in an attempt to open up another power plant. But at the same time, you have these headlines. Okay. And so it wasn't just them. It was like you say, Horst Lacey and Lake Barrett and everybody else was out lying at the same time. But it wasn't just them. And what you're going to get now is 7 different media that came out and lied to you and faked being inside of a building that didn't exist. And this is really straightforward. So here we go. June 19th, 2016. I'm Dana Durnford, thenuclearproctologist.org. We have 7 journalists who are claiming that they're inside of Unit 4. Anna Corin, she's from CNN. We have Matthew actually is his name. Carney from ABC. And we have Cecilia Vega from ABC. We have, that's her there, rather. And we have Russia Today. We have Rupert Wingfield Hayes inside of Unit 4. Look at the headline there. That's him inside of Unit 4, pretending they are. Here's what Unit 4 looks like. Ignore that. Fake Unit 4 from Tepco. Same building. This is 2 months ago at the Washington Institute. We have Miles O'Brien faking in Unit 4. And we have from BBS, and we have Seth Dorn. And Rupert was from BBC. And we have Seth Dorn. And these people are saying that they're inside of a building that doesn't exist. There's a 5-minute video going to come up, but if we don't hold them accountable with such a big lie, because this is a deadly lie, this is a murderous lie, this is sedition, this is treason. The medias that are supporting him allowed him to do it in front of them and got the editors and producers and everybody else and camera crews and all of this other stuff to fake what they done, and then nobody come out and spoke out about it. And it's shocking. It's shocking. The people we put our trust in, if we don't hold them accountable, who's going to hold them accountable? If everybody don't share this, if everybody don't get in their faces about this, if everybody don't have a conversation about this, it'll be too late. Now's the time to move. Now's the time to act. Now's the time to hold them accountable. Now's the time to demand that we do something. Now's the time to try to stop those reactors. It's time to stop pretending that they're beautiful buildings. It's time to give it up. We can ignore the laws. We got to get on with the business of stopping these reactors. You can't come out and fake all these buildings like that and expect to get away with it, because it'll be just bigger lies every day from forever, if you don't hold them accountable. Who's going to hold them accountable? None of the alternative media will touch me, because we've just showed documentation. We flush it out. We vet everything. I don't know what to do. But anyway, here comes the video. Listen to him yourself. You tell me at the end of that video that I'm a bad person.
We are here inside Reactor 4 at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant that was severely crippled during the earthquake and tsunami of 2011, leading to the country's worst nuclear disaster. It was in here where there was that massive hydrogen explosion that severely damaged the building. But this was the least damaged of the 4 reactors because it was under maintenance and it wasn't actually operating. Well, as for the future of nuclear power in Japan, no one really knows. More than 50 reactors have been shut down, with the public very concerned about their health and safety. But Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is pushing to reopen them believing that Japan can have a safe nuclear future. Anna Corin, CNN, Fukushima, Japan.
The ABC's North Asia correspondent Matthew Carney got rare access inside the plant this week.
They're taking us to reactor 4.
On one side is the reactor, and on the other is the pool where we removed 1,500 spent fuel assemblies. It took about a year to do it.
Sorting out reactor 4 will be the easy part.
Hey, you guys see Matthew Carney? He's supposed to be over here at number 4. Hang on, I'll go look for him.
An ABC News investigation inside Fukushima. ABC's Cecilia Vega takes us into the hot zone.
This is Unit 4 right here, the gray one. We're inside the building for Reactor 4.
The world is watching, and many fear what lies beneath this murky water.
1,500 highly radioactive fuel rods inside this pool. They've got to move them outside of this reactor into a safer location. Some say that this is an exceptionally delicate, very dangerous dance for Tepco.
This is a vital first step to decommission the plant. In all, it will take workers an entire year just to clean up this reactor. But so far, they've done it safely.
So this is really why we've been brought here. Where I'm standing is on top of what used to be reactor building number 4. The whole of this building was blown apart by a huge explosion after the tsunami disaster. But down inside this pool behind me here is still a vast amount of nuclear fuel. You can see it down there beneath the water. More than 1,300 fuel rods. Those have got to come out. They're currently 30 meters above ground level. This whole building is still not entirely stable, so they've got to get those out into safe storage. So the machine they're going to use to lift those fuel assemblies out of the cooling pool is currently being built over behind this white tank here. It's a very complicated piece of machinery which has to do a very, very delicate task to draw these fuel rods out of the fuel pool. They're going to be lifted on this huge crane that has been built over the top of reactor building 4. Remember, this whole building was destroyed by a huge explosion. All of this around me here has been built in the last 6 to 9 months. And the reason why they can do this job here in reactor building 4 is because the radiation levels in this building are relatively low. They're essentially doing the job that they can do to decommission this reactor, but the other 3 reactors, 1, 2 and 3, the radiation levels are still far too high for people even to go in there. They still don't know how they're going to decommission those 3 reactors.
And Fukushima Daiichi stage, right after the accident, it was of course the emergency condition. But right now, gradually became the decommissioning stage, more stable decommissioning stage. And that's that, as I mentioned, the successful completion of the dismantle of the spent fuel from the Unit 4. It's about 1533 bundle from the Unit 4, and we carefully manipulate the machine and successfully remove those fuel to the ground located pool. And the
Hello and welcome. I'm Miles O'Brien, the science correspondent for the PBS NewsHour. To see it firsthand, we had to suit up. The long-term solution here is to remove and secure the nuclear fuel. At Unit 4, they have begun that process. This reactor was shut down for maintenance when the tsunami hit. Assumed that some debris fell through the gaps, engineer Takashi Hara told me. So far, we don't think it's anything that will cause the fuel to get stuck. However, it could be the case in the future, so we're proceeding very slowly. The fuel assemblies are transported in casks that will be stored in a more seismically secure common storage pool.
We have a rare look inside the damaged nuclear plant in Fukushima, Japan. Seth Doan went inside to see the painstaking cleanup.
To protect ourselves from radiation, we suited up. Now it's safe enough to spend a few hours inside.
The building on the left, it is a Unit 4. The heart of the decommissioning work taking place here in Reactor 4.
So just to recap, when you look at the pictures, all of number 4 is missing and all of number 3 is missing. And so the fuel pools were up close to the top of the building. They're long gone. David, I think you had something you wanted to say.
I have seen a paper which says that if, in fact, the 4th plant goes under an earthquake and those rods are exposed, it's bye-bye Japan, and everybody on the west coast of North America should evacuate.
Well, that's number 4 behind me, over here. And so the fuel pools would have been up here, about 90 feet up in the air. Well, I'll show you. Hang on. I'll show you. There we go. Hang on. I gotta get around this one. All right, we're almost there. And, oof. Got it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Oh! Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here. Okay. Jesus! Fuel pool would have been down right here. Right below me. Oof. Right there. I don't see no fuel pool. You see a fuel pool? Where's the fuel pool? How did you...